and girls, babies in your diapers. Welcome to the Tiberius Show with your host, Tiberius Boy.
That's me, Tiberius.
Today, we are going to talk about some very awesome stuff. We have a cool video game to talk about, a great book about fundraising, my ball on the scoreboard, and we got a totally awesome guest. The one, the only, Mr. Joe Derilus. Is that it?
Yep,
Wow.
that's it.
I got it right the first time. That's actually pretty good. Joe is a real estate expert, which means he helps people find homes where they are going to live. Thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
So, today, we are going to start off with the video game of the week, and this is going to be a shootout.
And now it's time for the video game of the week.
And now it's time for the video game of the week. Today's video game is Mad Paintball 2. So this is a game on the Roblox platform. That means it works on PC, Mac, and even your cell phone. So you can even play it on your cell phone. You can also do it on iPads and any of the electronics, except for the TVs. So anywhere that Roblox will work, you can play this game. This game is also free. So you start off with being on the blue team or the red team. Then you are put in a map, and then you have a selection of loadout. You can be sniper, shotgun, rifle, or heavy. So after you select your load out, you can enter the map and work to control certain control points. You can control the point by standing next to it until you have captured it. But the other team also has paintball guns with the same loadouts and they are coming for your point. So let's see if I was on the red team and you were on the blue team. So what loadout would you pick?
Shotgun.
So if you were on the field, well, I would obviously pick sniper.
Why?
And then so if you were standing out in the field, I can look through the scope and I can and I can snipe you so far away. I can go and you could just obviously, and I'm level 20, so level 21, sorry. So now I have been playing it a lot, and I got both my mom and dad to try it. My dad is very good at it and seemed to know all the maps. I asked him how he knew where everything was in a game that he's never played before, and he told me they were using the maps from Counter-Strike. And it was a great game, and this lets you play paintball with the same maps. So I give Mad Paintball 2 10 out of 10 stars because I love sniping and I can get my dad to play with me. This is not the best game for all kids.
The Tiberius Show would like to thank one of our dedicated sponsors, Custom Designs Orlando. These guys are on Mills Avenue and do all sorts of stuff, ranging from photo ID badges, engraved signs, custom Braille ADA signs, vinyl lettering, to trophies and awards. They can ship products all over the United States. You can reach them at 407-898-0373. Over 40 years, Lighthouse Central Florida has provided education, independent life skills, and job training to thousands of Central Floridians who live with blindness or any degree of vision loss. Whether it's picking out clothes in the morning or just moving around your community and serving Orange, Seminole, and Osceola counties, contact Lighthouse Central Florida at 407-898-2483 or visit them online at lighthousecfl.org. The Tiberius Show would like to thank one of our awesome sponsors, StarChannelUS.com. These guys are very, very cool. They bring 21st century surface drainage solutions to reality. They can do corporate and government work. These are the guys that make roads and bridges safe in the rain. You can see all about them at slotchannelus.com. That website again is slotchannelus.com.
And now we're all ready for the Book of the Week.
Amelia Bedelia Takes the Cake. This book was written by Herman Parrish. Let me read you the back of the book. In fact, Joe, would you do the honor?
Absolutely. All right. Amelia Bedelia Takes the Cake. Amelia Bedelia and her classmates are having a cake sale to raise money for their school library. Angel arrives with a beautiful angel food cake. Everyone else in Amelia Bedelia's class has baked brownies for the sale. There are hundreds of brownies in all shapes and sizes, and they all look absolutely delicious. But how will Amelia Bedelia and her friends ever find enough customers for that many brownies? Amelia Bedelia's solution to this chocolatey problem takes the cake, and soon those brownies are selling like hotcakes. In this funny story about teamwork that is just right for beginning readers.
Wow.
Very good.
So, first off, this is an AR book. This book is worth 0.5 points or half a point. This book is part of the series called the Amelia Bedelia book series for beginning readers. It is designed to have good stories and use words to help new readers get better at reading and understanding the story. So the story is about Amelia, and she is with her class, and they are trying to raise money for the school library. So everyone went home and made something. Angel made a cake, and Amelia Bedelia made brownies. And one by one, kids came in, and each brought brownies. So they had so many brownies. And to top it all off, the teacher brought the cake. So all they had to sell is brownies. So after thinking about the ways to market their brownies, they were showing a few or putting them all in the tape in different directions and decided to make the largest brownie ever by putting them all together. Everyone wanted to buy a piece of the largest brownie. Get it? Brownie. It's funny. Promise me. This really helped the library, and there is a special surprise from the teacher in the end. I give Amelia Bedelia Takes the Cake 9 out of 10 stars because it is a great story, and it was nice that she learned a way to solve the issue of having too many brownies. So, my dad calls it supply and demand. Like the supply? Yeah. Like put that in there, and like they make machines, and they put the brownies in boxes and boxes and boxes. But this is what I call demand. Go to the room! That's what I call demanding.
I know a little bit about supply and demand.
So, and surprise from the teacher at the end is pretty cool as well. If you want to know what it is, then you need to go read this book right now.
The Tiberius Show is sponsored in part by
Tiberius.com.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
Wait, you are not Chuck.
My dad can help when people get hurt. He loves to help.
If you are ever injured at work or in a car accident, you should call my friend Chuck.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
That website again is cwsmithlaw.com.
Offices, Orlando.
Does it actually have that much W's?
Are your computers giving you problems? Trash it. We'll show you the speed demon. YCS? You'll say yes. Call us today. Call us tomorrow. Just call us. The number is 407-826-0810. Again, 407-826-0810. Oh yeah, ask for Pierre.
And now it's time for our interview of an interesting person. Today's guest is going to be so much fun. Today we have the one, the amazing Mr. Joe Derilus.
Yeah.
Joe is a realtor, which means he people find a house to buy.
That's right. That's right. And thank you for saying my last name. That was great. That was great. Most
Because
people
I
don't get it right.
remembered on the intro.
Oh.
Like you said on the break.
That's right. Thank you.
So first off, how are you enjoying being on the show?
I'm loving it. I'm very excited to be here. I'm very impressed. I'm very surprised to seeing all the machinery around me. So it's pretty cool. And I've seen a very particular screen in here. It amazes me.
I know, because in here there's a water cooling system computer, and there's a bunch of computers, as we know that. And there are two large boxes, and there are 2 bags in here, and there's a large screen, which she was talking about.
Yeah, very large.
And it is awesome. It is so cool. So, for my listeners that don't already know, what is being a realtor all about?
Oh man, being a realtor is pretty much it's about being kind of like a matchmaker. You know, you're trying to match someone who wants to buy a house to a house, or you're trying to match someone who wants to sell a house to the buyer that wants to buy that house. So really it's it's like a matchmaker.
Nice. That's cool. Okay, so what is the best part about being a realtor in Florida?
Oh man, being a realtor in Florida, first of all, we don't have to deal with snow.
I've never seen snow.
Really?
Literally never. Have you?
I have actually. Have
you touched it?
Yeah, I've touched it. Did a snowball fight and everything.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's fun, and it's not as cold as you think. We can sell houses almost any time of the year, so that's great. And also, it's just great to see, people having their dreams come true. And buying a house or owning a home is one of the big things that people sort of attach their happiness and success with. So it's always great to be a part of that.
Yeah. So, when you were a kid, what did you want to do when you grew up? Did you always know you were going to help people find where they're going to live?
No, actually, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be a doctor when I wanted to be a doctor, and then later on, I wanted to be a businessman, and that's kind of what I'm doing now. As a business person, homes, houses is kind of like my product, and I just I love to do that, sell homes and buy homes.
When did you realize you wanted to be a realtor?
I realized I wanted to be a realtor when I was in my previous career or job. I was actually working with realtors, and noticed that a lot of the things that I was doing before was actually I was selling alarm systems for homes, and realized that there was a lot of commonalities between the two industries, and I just kind of, after working with so many realtors, I kind of fell in love with the industry.
Okay. So, if my mom wanted to buy a house, what are the most important factors she should look for?
All right, so if your mom wanted to buy a house, the most important factors she should look for, the first thing would be the area. I think that's the main thing, is to look for what area does she want to buy the house, and then I think that's really about it. Really, the area is the main thing. What area do you want to live? Zip code sometimes, or school zone that the area is zoned for, and also how far the area is from work. So all these different things could be factors.
Okay. My dad says you help people sell their current house. Is that different than buying a house, and why?
Yeah, so selling a house is different than buying a house. For one, you already own the house. So now you're the one, pretty much, you have to list the house and have other people that want to buy a house come see it. But when you're buying a house, you're the one that pretty much goes out and look for it. So for me, that's a little bit different.
Okay. So which one do you like more, selling or buying?
This is a tricky one because selling the house is somewhat easier, but helping someone buy the house is more fulfilling. It's great to again, it's great to be part of someone's buying, especially if it's their first house. Being part of that process is more satisfying to me. So I would say buying, helping someone buy a house.
Okay. So if my listeners wanted to grow up being a realtor, what advice would you give them?
I would tell them to buy a bunch of suits. But now, really, if any of your listeners wanted to grow up and be a realtor, I would definitely say the first thing they need to do is start watching videos about real estate now on YouTube, and to really see if that's something they want to do.
So my dad says you have a consulting company. What does consulting mean?
Consulting pretty much means like checking, reviewing, revising. So if someone has a business, if someone, even in their personal lives, they need someone to just take a second look to see if things are going well, to see if everything is functioning properly, if they have the right processes in place, then I can come in and take a second look.
So mostly what realtors do is like do what the property brothers do.
Yeah.
But they're not on TV.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not on TV yet. Maybe you can help me with that.
Maybe. So, my teacher says that I use math every single day. Do you use math when you're selling houses and buying houses?
All the time. In fact, that's one of the things that sometimes makes this thing interesting. So I'll give you an example. So we use math if I have to sell a house, then I need to find out what price the seller wants to sell the house. So if they want to sell the house for $200,000, okay, that's good. Now I have to also figure out how much money do they want to keep. So I have to do a lot of subtraction, a lot of times a lot of addition.
Division,
Not so much division, more subtraction and addition to figure out how much money does the seller want to take home, because then that would determine what the price of the home that we have to sell it at.
Okay. So when you are not selling houses or consulting, what is your favorite thing to do?
When I'm not selling house or consulting, my favorite thing to do is to lift weights.
Really?
Yep.
So what kind of weights do you lift?
I do a lot of Olympic lifting. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that. It's kind of like what you see in the Olympics, like power clean, the snatch.
What's the snatch?
The snatch, it's a type of lift where you have to take the bar from the ground and just kind of like snap it up.
Yeah, like this.
Yep, just like that.
So are you so strong?
I like to think so. I can squat over 500 pounds, and I can clean about 325.
What is clean?
The clean it's the clean and jerk. It's where you have to clean the bar. It's a specific way you have to do it. And then the jerking part is when you extend it over your head.
Okay. Can you tell me that one story? Remember, this is a kid's show, but that one story, well, that you're not supposed to tell me about.
Do I have to whisper?
No.
No? Okay.
You say it out loud. No worries. I can take it.
I'll tell you this story, and this is about what I do. So here it goes. So whenever you're buying a house and you take someone to buy the house, there are certain things that could be in the house. So when you go to buy the house, there's a fridge there's a stove, there's a microwave, and it just happens that one time we went to show a house, and after everything, we put the contract on the home to buy the house. But when we were getting ready to sign all the papers, we went back to do what's called a final walkthrough to see if everything is still fine with the house. And you wanna know what happened? The owner of the home took everything away. The fridge was not there anymore. The microwave wasn't there. The stove wasn't there. It was all gone.
What?
Yeah, we were shocked, completely shocked. So, because of that, we ended up not doing the deal anymore because obviously things aren't the same. And it was the first time I've ever heard anything like that.
So did they end up getting another home?
Yes, they ended up getting another home, and then this time we made sure that we took pictures of everything that was in the house the first time.
Thank you so much, Joe, for being my special guest. Can you stick around for me, please?
Absolutely.
Mid-State Fire has been providing top-quality fire equipment services for 3 generations to the Central Florida area. Don't wait for an emergency to repair. Call Mid-State Fire today at 407-246-8855. Get your fire extinguishers and emergency lighting for both your home and businesses by visiting www.midstatefire.com. That number again is 407-246-8855. The Tiberius Show would like to thank Boggy Creek Airboat Adventures for being one of our sponsors. I got to go on an airboat and saw a real gator. I even got to go to the gem mine and mine for some gems. We ate a steak dinner at the restaurant and even got some gator rights. If you want to have a blast with the entire family, I suggest you go to www.bcairboats.com right now. Get your tickets today. The website again is bcairboats.com. Oak Ridge Gun Range is a family-oriented shooting range that has been in business for over 30 years. They specialize in basic firearm training and offer numerous services such as consignments, gun trades, gunsmithing, and concealed weapon classes. I even got my training for gun safety at Oak Ridge Gun Range. Great customer service, and firearm safety is what they do best. So find out more at oakridgegunrange.com.
Get ready, it's time for the Bowling Score Report.
This week, we did not go bowling at Skylanes. They canceled it because of a tournament that needed the lanes. So I went to Boardwalk Bowling, and I practiced with my friend Cora. We did 4 games, but my best 3 were 89, a 102, and a 128. Isn't that awesome?
That's nice. That's pretty good scores.
Well, I did two-handed bowling, so I beat my two-handed bowling score.
Okay.
It used to be 90-something, and now it's 120. So, if you want to go bowling with me, be sure to join me at the Amos Youth League Saturdays at Amos Skies on OBT at 10 a.m. in the morning. Bruh.
Tiberius' favorite subject, it's Math Corners.
And now it's time for Math Corners. Thank you so much, Joe, for helping me with Math Corners. Today, we are going to talk about polygons.
Polygons, all right.
Do you know about polygons?
Yeah, I think I can remember a few things.
Good. Okay. So the first thing you have to know is that a polygon is a flat figure. It is made up of straight lines. It is enclosed. But what does enclosed mean?
Means it's like closed up.
Open.
There's no
Open.
no openings.
So it has to be flat, like on a table. And it has to be straight lines. No curved lines, just straight lines. So those are the sides. It has to be enclosed, which means closed. And which means all the lines fit to end to form a figure with no opening. So the first polygon everyone learns is a triangle or a trigon, which has 3 sides. Then you have a quadrilateral or tetragon. What's a tetragon? Tetragon.
That's again. Then you have
a quadrilateral or a tetragon. So now a really cool type of polygon is called a regular polygon. These have lines that are all the same length, and it also has the same angles. I like regular polygons because they look so cool. If you connect all the corners of a regular polygon, it will look like a perfect circle. So, Joe, do you now know all about polygons?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I can think of a few, like the doors in the house, like the hallway, like the tiles, like the tiles on the floor. Yeah, those are all polygons.
Then thank you so much, Joe, for your help with math quarters.
And now it's time for Heart of a Lion. We at the Tiberius Show like living with the heart of a lion. Living with the heart of a lion stands for leadership, integrity, obedience, and nobility. We asked Dr. Ferret exactly what that means.
Leadership is really about influence. Leadership is, and the way we define it is good leadership, is about setting the right example and encouraging other people to do the right thing. Integrity is about doing right no matter what. Through life, there are a lot of different circumstances that arise, and integrity, someone who shows integrity, it doesn't matter what all the external things are, they always choose to do what is right. Obedience is about obeying those who are in authority over you, whether that's a teacher, a boss, a parent, that when you are asked to do something, that you respond with obedience, quickly and completely. Nobility is about having respect. It's about carrying yourself with respect and showing respect to others. When you put these four things together, that's Lion Strong.
This week we are going to talk about integrity. For me, I think integrity is doing what is right even when no one else is looking. The qualities of integrity is honesty, sincerity, truthfulness, and fairness. Well, this week my mom and Nandy had to leave to go do something, and I was supposed to stay doing some computer work, and then I had a choice. Read my book of the week by 10 p.m. so I could stay up for an hour, or go to bed straight if I didn't read the book. So I read my book on time, and I went to bed without having to be told anything. Joe, did you see or use integrity at all this week?
Yes, I did. Actually, someone one of my buyers or my clients wanted to buy a house. They really wanted to buy the house, even though we've been working for a while. But I pretty much advised them to hold on and not put an offer on the house because I don't think it was worth it.
Okay. So, of all of the Heart of a Lion virtues, which is your favorite and why?
My favorite is, I would definitely say leadership.
Okay, why?
Leadership because I think it takes the rest of those things to be a good leader. You have to be noble. You have to be obedient by listening to the people that you lead, and of course you got to have integrity to lead them the right way.
Okay. So, well, that's amazing. And that's our show, folks. I think the one, the only, Mr. Joe Derilus, for being my special guest this week. You have been awesome, and I hope to learn more about houses in the future.
All right. Thank you for having me. It was fun being here, and I wish you the best in your show.
Oh, you are welcome. And be sure to listen to us next week on the Tiberius Show with your host, Tiberius Boy.
The Tiberius Show is not filmed in front of a live studio audience. Executive producer, Joseph Boyd. Production editor, Pierre Laguerre. Green Room manager, Danny Boyd. Broadcast associate, James Smith. And your program host, Tiberius Boy. The Tiberius Show is copyright 2018.